Hey guys, Jhub here, and today I have another K.E.M. strike gameplay for you on the map Overlord, and I've got to say right off the bat, I'm really loving Overlord. I think it's taken the place, number-wise, in my favorites. Probably one or two whiteout and this map compete with each other. I understand it's kind of basically a brown map, but the way it plays and its layout, I love a lot more than the other maps. And the setup I'm using is a honey badger with a grip and extended mags, and the first perks I'm using are sleight of hand, fully loaded. I'm also using Dead Silence, Stalker, and Focus. Now, I would like to say that is the best set of starting perks for most of the weapons you're going to be using in this game, especially the assault rifles. Dead Silence allows you to sound whore, while Stalker allows you to move throughout the map a little bit more fluidly, especially when you're aiming down sight. I've got to say, in this gameplay, I started off horrible. That's why it's more of a slow-paced KEM. I started off, I think, like 4-7 or 5-7 before I actually got onto my KEM strike streak. So I guess what it basically boils down to in this game, if you start off bad, that doesn't mean you will have to end the game badly. All you have to do is focus a little bit more, take it slowly, and you should have no problem with getting better gameplays or just doing better in the match. I know it's not something that most people would willing to post. I want to show all the KEMs I get, whether it be slow paced or very fast ones. Like I showed the Vector that I actually got on Strike Zone. It was very fast paced until I got at 22 and I slowed it down a lot. Whereas this one, I'm taking my time. This is domination. The spawns are kind of like Blitz, as in a sense they're locked, but they have a little bit more variability. So I would like to say it's a cross between Blitz spawns and TDM or kill confirm spawns. It can get hectic at some points in the game, especially if you're in the wrong area at the wrong time. I have been close to several KEMs on this map, and either I would get too close to an objective, the enemy's objective, or I would just be in the wrong place at the wrong time and end up getting shot in the back because of the spawns. And there are a lot of close calls in this gameplay. It's like you see me coming back to the server room when I'm trying to take a break when I have my health so low. And I've got to say, when you are getting your specialist perks, when you finally kick in the specialist, I think ICU is one of those main things you want to run, especially if you're going for KEMs. It allows you to heal a whole lot faster than you would without it. It's just an overall necessary perk. There's other perks that I should be running that I really haven't found that I need to. Explosives hadn't reached that annoying point just yet. I've only seen one or two of the launchers actually brought out. People are trying to use, and even that, it's hard for them to do it. So Flak Jacket has not needed to come out yet, but I'm thinking about maybe trying to use the Tac Mask version in this game if there is one. Because I've noticed stuns and 9-bangs are starting to get thrown a lot. In one game I played, every time you would spawn, or if the enemy player died, you would literally hear a 9-bang going off most of the game, and it was kind of annoying. You would get hit by it every once in a while. It would stun you and you wouldn't be able to do anything. But other than that, it's not as big of a problem yet. I'm still waiting on everyone to reach those higher levels. I guess right now most people are trying to use their squad points sparingly, so they're not worried about unlocking the explosives and danger close yet, which is a good thing. Hopefully it won't come to that point in the game where people need to use all that, but I don't know. I also have another KEM on Strike Zone that I can upload. It's a K7 rapid fire one, and it is a little bit more slow paced. It's not as fast as the Vector one, just due to the fact of I was actually versing a full team, and I was taking on the role as defender for the objective because I wanted to win. And in doing so, I managed to actually get a KEM against a full party, a full clan, because they actually had all the same clan tag in their name. So I thought that was quite a good accomplishment, and I might be posting that one tomorrow unless I get some more KEMs. Otherwise, I will try to keep them posted, and so it's not the same maps every day, because I know there's some people out there who can only get KEM strikes on the same map. I think it's like Strike Zone is the most popular one right now. And the fact is, I've gotten 2 out of my 4 KEMs that were earned with a 25 kill streak on Strike Zone, but I also have 2 of the other ones on Overlord and 1 on Whiteout, which actually not on Whiteout, it was on Freight. I was close to 1 on Whiteout yesterday. I was literally, if I had 10 more seconds, I could have gotten it. I was 1 or 2 kills off, saw 2 people as the game ended, so that's why Whiteout came to my mind all of a sudden. I was so close. I wasn't even mad because I was on such a good streak. I think I kicked in a specialist 3 times that game, and I was 1 or 2 kills off at the end, so I will probably be able to get Whiteout here soon enough for you guys. My whole goal is actually to do KEM on every map, kind of like I did Moab on every map in Modern Warfare 3. I think I ended Modern Warfare 3 -1 map for that series, and that was Getaway, and that was the smallest map in the game. You could only do 2v2 or 1v1, and I only got up to like a 17 or 18 in that gameplay during that game. when I was trying to get that specific Moab before I actually got killed. So I never finished that series, I guess you could say, so I might just try to find someone and link them into the series if I feel up to it. But that is my whole goal for Ghost, is to try to do KEM on every map. I've kicked into that rhythm. I'm playing with people who are good and know what they're doing, so we don't end up flipping the spawns on purpose or accident and getting shot in the back. That makes things a whole lot more easier. Whereas playing with 1 or 2 people, it can be very problematic. I think the best thing I can do, or you can do, is play at least with 3 people in a party. That is your best bet. That way at least you have some teammates who can move the way you're moving and try to hold down the spawns like you want. I know the random people you're going to get in your lobby are going to try to get the objective, because I've seen a lot of different people going for mainly objective. There was a person in our game when I believe we had 4 or 5 people in a party, and his whole goal was going for the objective. Now I didn't have that big of a problem with it, but the only thing was we were in Blitz and he was looping the objective like no tomorrow. Like, usually a game of Blitz lasts 6 or 7 minutes, especially if you're versus a decent team. This dude was looping those objectives so fast. The game must have ended in what, 3 minutes, which I guess it's pretty cool. It was on Octane, and I'm just glad that a lot of people out there are playing the objective. I am mainly playing the Slayer role, as you can see in this gameplay. We're actually losing at this point, but once you see me actually get that KEM strike and launch it, 3 of the people on the enemy team leave, and it basically wins us the game. I don't understand that logic, and right here, I don't know how I survived. I hip fired and sprayed like crazy. I was happy that I didn't get killed, because 1 off, oh man, that is frustrating. But when I launch it, you're about to see here in a second, it goes off, 3 people leave, and it gives us the win. I don't understand that. If you're winning, why would you leave? It's basically you're giving the enemy team a free win. You would do it. So I hope y'all guys enjoyed this KEM strike on Overlord, and I'll hopefully have more KEMs for every day throughout the rest of the week. Other than that, peace out.